Hello, Dunlap family. Welcome back to Reading and Writing. I hope you're having a great day. I love seeing a lot of you this morning in math morning work or math morning groups. So thank you for showing up. Please don't forget, if you haven't met with me for reading, you need to do that as well. So keep an eye on that schedule, okay? We're still working on the same learning target. I can determine a theme of a piece of literature. And we are getting there, but this time instead of using folklore, we are using poetry. And yesterday I asked you the question, what do you already know about poetry? And I was shocked and amazed at what good answers you gave me. I was so thrilled. And I think it's because you remembered what Mrs. Schrader had talked to you about a couple months ago about the elements of poetry. Here are some of the things that I read that you posted yesterday. There are many types of poetry. There are many types of poetry. That is correct. It can rhyme, but it doesn't have to. Another good point. A lot of poetry rhymes, but it doesn't have to rhyme. Punctuation is optional. I love that. And it's true. If you read poetry, it doesn't follow all of the English rules. It doesn't always have a period at the end of a sentence. Commas, if you feel like using them, great. If not, that's okay too. All right, so it kind of has its own set of rules as far as punctuation goes. It is written in stanzas. Those are the sections of a poem. So for example, if you look at the poem, and we're going to talk about this poem in reading groups today, there are three sections, or four sections or four stanzas. And poetry is written like that. This is the one that we talked about yesterday, the school poem. It has two sections or two stanzas. Now, I said that punctuation rules kind of go crazy and kind of go out the window with poetry, but poetry does have its own set of rules. And if you take a look, every line starts with a capital letter. So that is one of the rules that poetry follows. Even if it's not the beginning of a sentence, it doesn't matter. It starts with a capital letter. All right, so that is one of the rules. But yes, it is written in stanzas, and those are those sections. Somebody mentioned, tells a story about someone's feelings. I love that. Poetry gets us to think about the world in a different way. It kind of will talk about things that you might talk about, but it's going to do it in a different way. It might use some of that figurative language that we're going to be talking about. All right, or it's going to use a lot of purple words, a lot of emotion. It's going to set that tone that we've been talking about. It's going to make you feel things as you read it. That's the point of poetry. All right, and it does have a theme. Somebody mentioned the fact that it has a theme, and it does, and we're going to use poetry in order to figure out the theme of it as we go through some examples. Before we get into a whole lot more about poetry and actually read some really good poems, we're going to spend the next couple of days talking about the different figurative language. If we were in the classroom, you'd know that those were our power lines that we've been talking about all year. It's also known as figurative language. Yesterday we talked about simile. Today we're going to talk a little bit about metaphor. Metaphors are things that you already know. We've talked about this before. We're just going to take a little bit of a time to kind of refresh our memories. All right, similes, if you remember, are when we compare two things and we use those two key words, like or as. Metaphors, still comparing two things, but no like or as. Okay, so I might say, my fingers are icicles. Okay, did I use like or as? But I'm comparing my fingers and icicles. Are my fingers really icicles? No. What am I saying about my fingers? That they're cold, and they are cold right now, okay? So you're comparing two things just like with a simile, but this time there are no key words, all right? If I say my mouth is a volcano, did I say like or as? Nope, no like or as, but I'm comparing my mouth and a volcano. What am I saying about my mouth? It's really hot. So maybe I ate something spicy. I took a bite of jalapeno pepper, or I ate one of Ava's Takis. All right, I made my mouth on fire. All right, so my mouth is really, really hot, just like a volcano is really, really hot. So similes and metaphors are very much alike. The only difference is similes are using like and as when they compare. Metaphors do not. Okay? So here's what you're going to do for me. You are going to pause this, okay? And then you're going to meet with me in reading groups. After you meet with me in reading groups, then you are going to take an exit slip. Just 5 little sentences, and you need to tell me if it's a simile or a metaphor. Okay? Should be review. Take your time. All right? If you want to take a minute and pause me and write down simile and metaphor so you can remember it, you can do that, and then you can use that on your exit slip. I'm fine with that. Okay? So, pause me, go do all that stuff, and then you come back because we're going to talk about writing in for just a few minutes. All right? Ready? Go. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you have all your reading things finished. Let's stop and think for just a moment. You watched my video, you met with me in reading groups, and you took that little exit slip. If you did all of those things, great, you're ready to do writing. If not, pause me, go finish, and come back. All right? Our writing learning target right now is I can write an opinion paper that supports a point of view. And again, we talked a lot about the difference between facts and opinion. Yesterday you gave me some examples of facts. I think you had to write about spring. Gave me a fact about spring and your opinion about spring. And today we're going to kind of talk a little bit about how we're going to take those facts and opinions and share a paragraph or two or three, whatever, about this book. All right, so we finished this book a couple weeks ago, How to Steal a Dog, and you all have an opinion about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are you going to... All right, sorry for that interruption. So as I was saying, we are going to use what we know about facts and opinions in order to give me the opinion, your opinion, about how to steal a dog. Now, we have to remember, the way to support an opinion is with facts. All right, so you're going to tell me whether or not you liked this book. What was your opinion? Did you like it or did you not like it? Then you're going to support it with some good, solid facts. Good reasons why or why not, how you felt about this book, whether you liked it or not. Now remember, your facts are going to come from the text. I know it's going to be kind of hard because you don't have the text in front of you. You have to go based on memory. I will tell you that if you want to dig through and look for some of those videos of me reading the ending to you, you can do that as well. All right? But you're going to have to really kind of go back in your brain and remember the story and be able to tell me what you liked, if you liked it or not liked it. All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to write it on a piece of paper, okay? Because you're going to take that and you're going to have to be able to read it for tomorrow's assignment, okay? Now, if you're sitting there going, I just can't, I want to type it, okay, that's fine. Just be a little tougher for you. Not a problem though. If you're insisting on doing it on a Google Doc, that's okay. You can make it work. It will be easier for you though if you write it out on a piece of paper. So today's assignment is what I want you to do is just to write out your opinion. Give me a good paragraph or two about your opinion about how to steal a dog. Did you like it or did you not like it? And remember, when you give your opinion, you have to base that on facts. So give me some good facts, cite some evidence from the text, give me good solid reasons why you liked it or you didn't like it. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me and ask. Do not share your paragraph with me. You will do that tomorrow, and I'm going to have you do something tomorrow for that. So don't do it yet. Just hold on to it. Don't lose it. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good rest of your day. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.